My name is Prashant and today I am going to show you how we can create a skeleton for AngularJS app and also use Power for managing our client-side dependencies. So what I have done over here is right now I have created a AngularJS folder with me in my E drive. So I am going to be using the Visual Studio Code editor for managing my code or AngularJS app. So let me open this folder. So it's in my A drive AngularJS. So I have selected this folder. So now as you can see this is an empty folder. Now I am going to create a structure for my application. So I will add a folder for src. Inside that I will add a folder for css. Also I will add a folder for js. For css I will be adding a file like main.css, which is going to be our main css file. For js I am going to be adding app.js, so this is going to be our root file. Also I am going to add controllers.js, where I am going to define my controllers. So also I would be requiring one view file, so I am just going to create one index.html file and I am going to declare the doc type as HTML. So this is going to be something like this. After that I am going to say this is a HTML form with head. Head is going to be having title AngularJS app. After creating head I am going to create a body. Right, so this is my HTML file. So right now what I will do is I will go in our JS file and define some functions or methods. So right now what I am going to do is I am going to create a self-executing block of JS so that everything is happening over here only. So I will say use strict, and from here what I am going to do is I will say angular.module. So I am going to be naming my module as my app. Okay, so this is like very basic structure that I have created my module with no dependencies. After this what I will do is I will go in my controller. I will again create a self-executing block of JS. So this is going to be like this. Also over here what I will do is I will say angular dot module. So I will be providing it some controller module and with some dependencies, and I will say controller, my controller name, that is going to be like let me give it in single quotes, should work this way also, hello world ctrl. Over here I am going to pass my scope. Let me pass my scope. So, so once I have passed my scope, what I can do is like I can create a scope variable scope.name and assign it some value like hello world, right? So let me format this. So it should be like, now you must be wondering like we have not referenced any angular JS file. So my next step is going to be like I am going to create a bower file. So what I will do over here is I will go in my root directory and I will create a file that is bowrrc. So it is like bower resource file. I am going to say that my dependency should be stored in this directory like src bower. So once I have done this, now what I can do is I can run the npm bower install command. So let me go to the terminal window, integrated terminal. Now I am going to execute my bower install command. So we need to provide the dependency, the package name that we are wanting to install. So I have set bower install angular. So it is, as you can see, it has started catching and validating and installing the angular version 1.7.2. so now if we see, uh, okay, so I created this file inside this, so it failed. So let me run this command once again, bower install angular. So this should be creating some files inside src. uh-huh. So let me do one thing, let me delete this from here because it should be present in the root directory. So what I will say is I'm going over here and I will say create a new file, bower rc dot bower rc, which is going to be bower resource file. I am declaring my directory to be at this place, src slash bower. Okay, so let us try once again. So now as you can see that it has installed the bower packages over here. So once this step is completed, what we need to do is, for using our Angular files, we will need to go in our head section. I'm going to say script src is equal to bower angular.js. Also, one more thing I want to do is, like, I want to reference the js files app.js, also my controllers.js. So if we are going to, if we write some css in our code, then we can also reference it like link href css main.css type is equal to style sheet, or we can directly reference it like this also. For the time being, let's remove this. Now what I will do is, I'm going to say that ng app is going to be my app. Also, I will create a div. I will say that ng controller that I want to use is hello world ctrl. So this is going to be my div. So over here what I can do is I can print my name using the expressions. So one more thing that is important is you need to add that dependency of controller over here. So what I will do is I will copy this controller module and say that it should be added over here. Now if I go in the folder and open the index.js file, everything should run if it's all running fine. So here we are, hello world is being printed. Thanks for watching the video.